We're going to practice some addition strategies today using word problems. I'm going to read the word problem out loud for you, and then I want you to try to solve it using a strategy that we already know how to do. So I'm going to read it, and then you choose the strategy. I'll model all of the strategies and so that you can practice them, and then we're going to move on to the next problem from there, and you'll be able to try out a different strategy on the next one. All right, first problem. Listen carefully because I'm only going to say it 2 times. Okay, so this problem is, and the first thing I want you to do is just write the equation so that you can remember those numbers. So this is the problem. I'm going to read it out loud for you. Okay, I went to the store yesterday and I bought 3 cookies and I bought 4 orange juice cartons. 3 cookies and 4 cartons of orange juice. So you already know what the equation should be. So go ahead and write the equation first. How many things did I buy at the store in all if I bought 3 cookies and 4 cartons of orange juice? I'm hoping that you noticed to write 3 plus 4 equals. Now don't forget when you're doing your writing that you need to make sure you have this plus sign and this equal sign so that you know that's part of your equation. Without the plus sign, we don't know we're adding those 2 numbers together. Now choose one of the strategies that we've gone over to solve this problem. We have the drawing, the 10 frame, we have a number bond, and a number line. So I'm going to give you just a minute to solve it on your own. I am going to solve using all of the strategies briefly, and then we'll come back and check in 3 plus 4. So I don't want you to see my answers until you have a chance to do your own. If you finish early while I'm doing these answers, you can solve it in multiple ways. Okay, so hopefully we're back on the same page. Here is how I solve my problems. First I did a drawing, so I did 3 circles and then 4 more. And then how we are going to check to see our drawing is correct is just by adding these numbers together and counting them up to the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our total is 7. So I'm going to write that down here just so that we know. On the 10 frames, I did it very similarly. I drew 3 circles and I colored those ones in just so that we can tell that they need to be colored in and separate from the second group there. 3 and then 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how I finished the whole top part of the 10 frame and before I started working on the bottom part of the 10 frame. Okay, and then for the number line, I circled the first number, which was the number 3, and then I hopped 1, 2, 3, 4 hops and landed on the number 7. Good. And then the same thing for our part whole, 3 and 4. If you wanted to solve that using your fingers, you could say 3 and 4 are 2 parts, and if you add them together, you would get the number 7 for the whole. So it equals 7. Awesome job. Okay, I'm going to erase that while I'm reading you the next problem. So I want you to tell me what you think the equation is first. So write the equation for this one in your homework journal, and then we're going to solve it using some different strategies. So first problem is, my brother was playing with some friends of his. He had 5 friends that were boys, and he had 5 friends that were girls. How many friends did he have altogether? He had 5 friends that were boys and 5 friends that were girls. How many friends did he have altogether? Go ahead and write the equation, and then we will check back in 1 moment. 5 girls and 5 boys. Okay, we're ready to check back in. It should be 5 plus 5 equals 5 girls plus 5 more boys equals. Now we're going to solve using each of the different strategies. If you used the drawing strategy already, I'd like you to try to use a different strategy like a 10 frame or like the number line. I want you to try to get comfortable using multiple strategies. So try out a different strategy this time. We will check back in 1 minute. If you finish early, you can try out a second strategy too. Okay, we're getting ready to check back in now. So I'm going to post up my answers for 5 plus 5. I used each strategy, so we can go over how we would try to use each one for this. And then we'll do one more after this one, so you're really doing a great job. All right, we have the drawing strategy is the first one that I did. I like that one the most just because it's easy to draw those circles super duper quickly. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles plus 5 more. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give me a thumbs up if you also got 10 as your answer. Good. 5 plus 5 is one of our number pairs that we learned about in class already, one of our ways to make 10. So we know 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6, 5 plus 5, and the reverse of all those numbers to make 10. Awesome job. Let's do our second strategy, which is a tens frame. For the tens frame, I always color in the top line. So let's color in 5, and then the bottom line is 5 as well. That's a really easy strategy to use when you're making ways to make 10 because you can tell right away that that equals 10. 5 on the top plus 5 on the bottom, you don't even have to count it. You can just tell that 10 frame is full, so it equals 10. All right, let's try our number line. Circle the first number, which was 5. Now we're going to hop 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And we landed on what number? 10. The same number that we got for our drawing and for our 10 frame. So we can put a check. Finally is part whole. 5 and 5 equals 10. Awesome job with those problems. We're going to do just one more problem now. So I want you to get ready to listen to the problem so that we can write our equations together. All right, Miss McCrae is going to erase her board while you write your problem, okay? So Miss McCrae was doing some coloring yesterday, and she had 6 red crayons. 6 red crayons, and I had 3 yellow crayons. 6 red crayons and 3 yellow crayons. Go ahead and write your equation for 6 red and 3 yellow. Make sure that you have all the symbols that you need. You should have a plus sign and an equal sign. Okay. 6 red and 3 yellow should be 6 plus 3 equals. Awesome. Give yourself a check if you got that one right already. Good. Now try a different strategy. If you've already used drawing, try a different strategy that you haven't used yet. And we're going to solve and come back in about 1 minute. Okay. I hope you're ready. I have solved this equation using all of our different strategies, so hopefully one of them is the one that you used as well. So let's start with our drawing, and I did 6 and 3 because those are our two groups here. 6 circles and then 3 more circles. So let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And our answer is 9. Good. Next question, or next strategy was tens frame. I colored in the first 6, 5, 6, and then I added 3 more not colored in. 1, 2, 3. And I ended up with the same answer, which was 9. So I can put a check because I got the same answer both of those places. Next, I did the number line, so I circled the number 6, and how many hops did I need to do for 6 plus 3? 3, good. 6, and then 1, 2, 3, and I landed on the number 9. So I can put a check mark here as well. Part, whole, same thing. 6 is one part, 3 is the second part, and it comes together to equal 9. Good, so our answer is 9. Awesome job. All right, I'm going to leave you with 3 problems to do on your own. I'm not even going to make them word problems. I'm just going to make them easy peasy for you. So number 1, I want you to solve using one of our strategies. So the question is going to be 2 plus 6 equals. Number 2, you can start writing these in your homework journal so that you can solve them today. Seven plus 3 equals, and then number 3 will be 1 plus 5 equals. So go ahead and put these in your homework journal. If you need to pause it now at the end to capture these equations, you can do that. And I am looking forward to teaching some more math the rest of this week. See you soon.